There we freaking go. What's up, guys and gals? This is RmZD bringing to thee another match from the third round of this best of one elimination tournament known as the Sunday Evening Cup Series. As we can see, it is the longest running Dota tournament series to date. Awesome, awesome, awesome. In this game, we're going to have Armada Gaming versus Tryhard Dota. Armada Gaming consisting of a couple people I actually recognize, and Tryhard Dota going to be trying to try hard. So, since this game has crashed like 5 times now, I'm just going to kind of start saying words and talking about the game. We're going to have a Corvulus first ban by Armada Gaming, fearing that aggressive push coming out from them, countered by a Timber Sub ban from Tryhard Dota, fearing that mid-game burst damage and off-lane potential. Abaddon also being banned by Armada Gaming, followed by an Elder Titan ban. Elder Titan, again, another team fight specialist. Abaddon just being really annoying once he gets a few levels in those mid-game team fights, if he can find those levels, which is the key. Lich being first picked up by Armada Gaming, followed by Pugna and Clockwork by Tryhard Dota. I'm surprised Clockwork made it this far through the phase. Third picked? Clockwork? Like, are we in 0.7 or 6.79? Is this not? Because that's pretty mean to Clockwork. He's got like a little tear running down his face right now. He's like, why doesn't anybody love me? Either way, awesome. Pugna, good hero, pushes, does sweet stuff. Kind of weak landing phase because he's gankable. In 1v1 situations, very dominant. That's why he was picked back during his old Dota 1 heyday, because he would crush mid. Clockwork, we all know Clockwork. We all love Clockwork. I'm not getting into that. Hero is awesome. Also, I think he's my favorite model in Dota 2. I think so. Lich wins lanes, drops the Badonk, the Chain Frost, good stuff. Does a lot of damage. Cool hero. Waiting on that second pick from Armada Gaming. They're gonna pick the Dirt Bird himself, the Visage. Visage, very, very potent support, probably one of the best ones in the entire game at this current point. Maybe Crystal Maid, maybe Venomance, but I'm still going to go with Visage because he scales the hardest out of all of them. You hit level 6 on him, he's ridiculous. The birds himself, he can gank across the map. They add a lot of burst damage, they add 2 stuns. Level 1, just the lane control coming out from his range. And Grave Chill is pretty legitimate. His nuke Soul Assumption is one of the best nukes in the game. Ridiculous range, ridiculous cooldown, but pretty high mana cost. Graves Keeper's Cloak makes him one of the tankiest supports as well, and a Lycanthrope being banned by Armada Gaming, really fearing this push coming out from a Pugna +1. Remaining. Still, that Abaddon ban is surprising, but you know, Abaddon is really friggin' annoying if you can get him to levels. Visage being, or not Visage, Viper being banned out. Viper, very good 1v1 hero, shuts down people, prolonged team fights, he deals a lot of friggin' damage. Good hero. Good hero. Pretty okay against Pugna.
10 seconds
But then Pugna's pretty good, okay against him. Pugna has such low health that Viper's bonus damage will get ramped up so quickly if they're in a 1v1 situation, so I guess the ban makes a little bit of sense.
Reserve time.
Also, with his passive, every time he gets hit by anything like, say, a Pugna Blast, Pugna would then take a pretty substantial amount of damage back. Because, what is it even called? I can't even remember right now. His passive. Some kind of skin or something. Words are hard, guys. I've been casting a lot today. Give me a break. Either way, waiting on that 4th ban from Armada Game. They're going to ban out the Lifestealer himself. The star hero, the star carry hero of Dota for probably the past couple patches. Him and Gyrocopter, really. They're always there. They're always around. They're just kind of there being good. And people are like, shh, I need a carry. Lifesteal in the pool? Yes. Then take him. If not, just take Gyrocopter. Standard. Weaver being banned out now. Weaver, again, actually the star, paired with Lifestealer of this current patch. And the patch before, really. And a Juggernaut immediately being picked up by Tryhard Dota. Pretty good at pushing, but generally if you're pushing with Juggernaut, you want him in conjunction with another survivable pushing frontline hero. Juggernaut himself is pretty good as a frontline hero. Like, if you tank him up, he has a natural BKB ability that also does damage in AoE. And a good gap closer, but... And then, you know, Healing Ward is the best ability of the hero. But again, you generally want him paired up with like a Dragon Knight or a Syllabear or even a Chen push. Maybe they might go into Chen. But either way, the Juggernaut is the pick made from Tryhard Dota. Armada Gaming taking their time on their third pick. They need any core. They're going to pick up the Bristleback. Awesome. I'm so glad this hero is being picked now. I friggin' love Bristleback. Bristleback will dominate this game for the first 35 minutes. 35 minutes if his game goes well. He needs some items to come into full efficiency. He needs just to tank up. He just needs health. And this hero will be incredibly difficult to take down. Pugna will have difficulty killing him. Clockwork. Yeah. Hook on to Bristleback. Bristleback's like, sup, dude. Sweet. I get a free kill. And it hooks to me. This is the best day of my life. Juggernaut will still have difficulty bringing down Bristleback. Because again, he doesn't die to anything. Obsidian Destroyer, or Outworld Devourer, being ignored so far. And Crystal Maiden actually 7th picked. Very surprised she made it this far. But again, Armada Gaming's lineup is doing pretty well. They're having a mass slow composition so far, which is pretty friggin' decent. Lich to help win their lane effectively early game. And Visage to add in that burst damage. When paired it with a Bristleback, it's nice. Bristleback does good AoE damage to everyone, not an incredible amount to start, but again, in a team fight, if he hits everyone with 2 cool sprays, Visage will have a full level solo summon. So a good combination coming out from them right there. And the Gyrocopter picked up as well. So we're gonna see an aggressive tri-lane come out. Cool. I like it. It makes sense. Tryhard Dota, their lanes are kind of weird. They're gonna mid the Pugna, it's pretty obvious. They're gonna off lane the Clockwork, obviously. They're gonna safe lane the Juggernaut, or tri-lane with the Juggernaut themselves. But either way, Armada Gaming has built up this highly survivable tri-lane of their own that will naturally win because they have a Lich. They're also on the raiding team, so even if they end up having to aggressively tri-lane, they have that hard camp to pull into or to pull from. And a Lone Druid picked up. There it is. There's a Lone Druid pickup, which... But they have their three cores already. Are they gonna jungle the Lone Druid? Is it a Are they doing a support Juggernaut? Maybe it's a support Juggernaut. Maybe it's a roaming Juggernaut. I don't really know who Juggernaut could roam into, but Juggernaut Crystal Maiden on their own is pretty strong. Maybe it's a support Pugna, but that's not good at all. The point of picking Pugna is to take towers early. So you take towers early with Pugna, you take towers, and then like 5 minutes later with Lone Druid once he gets like an item. And Kunkka as the last pickup. This Bristleback will never die. Ever. The moment this Gyrocopter gets a BKB, I do not know what Tryhard Dota can do. They need so much farm on this Lone Druid to be able to fight this like incredibly tanky front line of Bristleback and Kunkka, and then when there's a BKB Gyrocopter, what do you do against that? Good counter push actually coming out from the Kunkka. If you just throw out a spell, and it'll generally stop a push. Again, also from the Gyrocopter with that low cooldown on the cooldown. Very low cooldown on both the ultimates from Kunkka and Gyrocopter. And Bristleback can probably just run in, and if they focus him down by dropping, they have to drop all their spells, Tryhard Dota that is, on this Bristleback to focus him down, the Gyrocopter and the Kunkka will probably kill your entire team with their AoE damage. And then there's a Lich and a Visage on top of all that to do all this damage. They have Frost Armor for the Bristleback, they have the Rum debuff for the Bristleback. Ooh, this hero gonna never die. It's gonna be great. So introducing the teams, we have Carpe Diem on the Dire team picking up this Juggernaut. Ahalukni on our Lone Druid. DN style playing the Pugna. Gonna have Landru on our Crystal Maiden. Where's our Clockwork? $20 in my pocket. Playing our Clockwork. Going to that off lane. Corey picking up his Gyrocopter in the mid lane. Dragonfist gonna be playing the Kunkka and offensively tri-laning. LNR Cool J. Nice, dude. Nice. Yep. On our Lich, LNR Cool J is on the Bristleback, that is. I got distracted by his awesome name. And then Static. Picking up our Visage. Got all the wards in the world. Playing that awesome hard support. Got smokes up already. Signs of good supports. Good support players. Picking up early smokes, picking up early wards, and a lot of regen. Good stuff. Nothing greedy coming out from them. No pooling coming out for this raiding team at all. Again, Gyrocopter pretty much being left on his own. Saving up 200 gold so he can see if he's against the tri lane or not. Maybe, just leaving some versatility in his item build, which is a sign of a good player. Again, not skilling, leaving little gold to buy maybe more regen, maybe more last-hitting power, depending on what he's against. Once he sees against the clockwork, he'll probably just buy some more damage and click a little harder, or just save up for something else, like a straight Midas if he wants, or a straight power, or a phase boost if he really wants to dominate the lane. Visage already coming in. Gonna ward now, a little bit late. Sword should be spot. No, it doesn't spot the high ground. I thought he was gonna walk down and drop a ward. The Radiant team a little late on their warding, but again, it might not necessarily matter. Lich already denying one creep, is probably gonna get another one off during this creep wave. Although he's probably gonna wait for the next creep wave so that the experience goes purely to him and his teammate Brosif. So the Dire team properly realized that they're going to have to defensively try lane. The Radiant team is like, sweet, we have a pool camp and a Lich. We won the lane. They are going to be jungling the lone Druid. Oh, this is such a weak lane. This Visage should be able to roam pretty effectively now. He can actually just come mid and zone this Pugna out entirely from the wave if this wave pulls back, or even go bot and just run a 2-1-2 and just completely shut down this clockwork. Either way, the versatility lies in favor currently of the Radiant team, and I think they might exploit this. They're going to come in and try to block this double pull, and they do so successfully. And pulling the creep wave. So Crystal Maiden trying to make the best out of a bad situation and get levels where she can by denying a creep wave, since they are against a Lich, and the Radiant team thusly will have an experience advantage. Oh, he's got that sweet sword. Nice.
Each blow sharpens my blade.
Last hits up. So far we have Corey leading the way on his Dark at 9 last hits. Pugna doing very well, doing some good harass. Coming out onto our Kunkka mid. Pings also being thrown out. Level 2 up on this tri lane already. Dragonfist is actually running low on regen, so again, Pugna doing a pretty good job. Has his bottle, was pooled, some tangos. It's going to look to control the living hell out of this lane. An interesting matchup between Kunkka and Pugna. They both just have so... What? That's not something that should have happened, but okay. We actually have Clockwork picking up the gyrocopter. I think he got caught out under his own tower with a cog and gets cleaned up. Overextending. Interesting. I don't think Gyrocopter has any reason to get aggressive in this lane. He just needs to sit back and farm. But either way, Corey getting caught out. I'm sorry I missed that. $20 in my pocket making some boss plays, and I'm not paying attention. I really did not expect that lane to have a kill either way, honestly. I guess there's going to be one. Really, it's just if either hero gets out of position. There's already boots up on the Gyrocopter and none on the Clockwork. Interesting. But yeah, either way, farming so far in advantage of the Radiant team, as all three of their cores are sitting very pretty in the last hits. Even with that first play going in favor of the Clockwork, it should still be tilting in favor of the Radiant team. Yep, immediately bouncing back up there. Very minimal, only like 100 gold difference currently, as it is the first 3 minutes. We're going to have a rotation, and they're going to kill off the bear. Actually, he's pretty tanky. Great show being used. Some serious there. One last right click, and they do take it, and that was his resummon. Oh, no. Well, Bear is kind of screwed now, guys. Already thrown into a catch-up position. Carpe Diem doing an okay job of farming, sitting at 8 last hits. Again, hard against the Lich, because he denies a creep every wave. Look to rotate mid. Dragon Fist throwing out a harass torrent. Miss. Already picking up an early point, and X marks the spot. Not going for a quick 2-point snip. Diem style. Trading too much harass. I think kind of Yip drops the Frost Blast, right? Frost Blast. Thorn's actually gonna miss, but no. Visage drops the ward. Invisibility rune being popped the Pugna. Not enough. Follows it up with a Soul Assumption and cleans up the kill. Already prepared. Again, good support play coming out here for Armada Gaming. Being prepared for the everything. Checking inventories before they got there. Knowing the Pugna had the Invis rune and having the tools they need to kill him. Meanwhile, our Cool J doing pretty well up here on his Bristleback. So you got 19 last hits. Corey going for that phase boots build that would allow him to dominate the lane. Again, our Clockwork is saving up a lot of gold for no reason. Gotta get your items, bro. You need boots, maybe a bottle, just to allow you to spam more. I don't know, something.
Missing top.
Just choose something to buy, homie.
Missing top.
Missing top. Coming out from our Crystal Maiden. Ward Vision. Again, I don't know. I guess this ward gets a little bit of vision up here, but why don't you put the ward here and actually see real things and still block that camp? Either way, good attempt from the Dire team supports. They successfully did block off this camp from spawning, which is good, because as I said before, the advantage of offensively tri-landing with the raiding team, as opposed to the Dire team offensively jungling, is the raiding team can pull right here. So, noticing that and blocking it accordingly, but I feel like the ward could be placed in a more advantageous position for actual vision. Aggression coming out. Clockwork comes in, hooks onto Static. Static's gonna juke like a boss. He's gonna die to one last hit from the catapult. And meanwhile, Dragon Fist cleans up the Pugna mid. I think he has, nope, only 1 point up in the X and actually managing to land the Torrent and the Ghost Ship. So rotation from our Clockwork is successful, but they only clean up a support. They don't take a tower off of this. And in the meanwhile, their 1v1 matchup mid loses in a matchup that he probably should be winning. And in the meanwhile, all along, we have an AFK farming Gyrocopter sitting at 30 last hits, about 6 a minute, but oh my god, 34 mid on our Kunkka, doing a good job of stacking this medium camp near him and keeping his farm up, pushing the wave out, farming that, pushing the wave out, farming that. Very, very good rotation by him around just the area around the mid lane. Dragonfish showing his prowess with the Kunkka Hero Man.
Invisibility.
The Kunkka Hero Man. Tread's already up on our Bristleback, sitting at level 5. Crystal Maiden getting pinged out. Only basic boots up on the Juggernaut, going for the healing ward build. As expected, Bear woefully behind in farm. What is he at? Oh, so close to his Hand of Midas. Maybe the raiding team will send... Yep, we have Yip, trying to find out how the Bear is doing in farm, just barely catching on to rotation where he could kill off the Bear again. Landrew, though, gets spotted up by Yip. Being used on Carpe Diem, getting a little bit of harassment on him as he is very low in region, still has a salve. They're going to look to force that out, or at least force out a healing ward so that his mana will be low enough that he will not have an Omni Slash when he hits 6. Is it 200 mana? Yes, it is. There's a Crystal Maiden in his team, though, with a point up in the Arcane Orb. Going for leveling up Crystal Nova, trying to counter push and just get more standard, strong AoE damage against his tri-lane. No blinkers on the Radiant team, so not necessarily any strong reason to level up Frostbite over Crystal Nova, so a decent enough choice in its own right. Clockwork picked up a full wand and boots of speed. Pretty good pickup against the Gyrocopter. Although if Corey notes this, he'll stop spamming his items as much. And he has his phase boots, so he shouldn't get caught up with the Clockwork. And Amada's finally being picked up by our lone druid. We'll look to try to catch up in farm after that first Bear death. Being used, Frost Blast also being used. Dissuaded by Crystal Maiden, Ice Nova gonna look to dive a little bit. LNR, Cool J getting caught under his tower a little bit by a Frostbite. Static comes in, tries to take up some damage coming from this TP and Clockwork. Clockwork though hits a cog onto 2. Spin over top. Healing ward down. Static looks like he's gonna drop. Oh, so does the Lich. Double kill picked up immediately by our Clockwork. They're gonna look to get aggressive on LNR Cool J. LNR Cool J. Dragon Fist comes in, drops the boat. It's gonna land on 2 because he have the cleave. Oh no, the ward is doing some pretty good work. Sal being used as well. Carpe Diem. Its X gets pulled back. Clockwork sitting low. LNR Cool J, all of his mana is drained. Another TP in by our Pugna. Drops a Decrepify on Dragon Fist right before he's about to cleave and saves his team side. And a nice ultimate by Juggernaut. Cleaves with the Bristleback. Continues getting aggressive. Visage is now back. Kills off the Crystal Maiden. Lone Druid is joining this fight. Switches form. TV's back. No stuns coming out. Oh, there's a nice Torrent coming out from Dragon Fist. Actually, it's not enough. He TP'd out in time. I thought he hit him. I'm bad, guys. I'm bad. Nevertheless, a nice Torrent attempt from our Kunkka. So 3-5 in favor of the Dire team. A fight that I expected to go a little bit more poorly for them, but it's showing the power of this Clockwork hitting a 2-hero cog and it's destroying these stunless supports. Strong rotations coming out from them. No assist up on the Lone Druid. He's probably hoping to get something out of that rotation. But forcing all 5 heroes top for both, well, only for 4 for the Radiant team and 5 for the Dire team. TV's coming in. Hook though, a nice hook from $20 in my pocket's gonna land, and Dragon Fist dropping the bolt. Trying to increase his survivability. They managed to clean up the Clockwork. Dragon Fist still alive. It's frostbitten up. The Lich all comes in. They clean up 2 Frost. Kunkka survives this whole fight. Now they're gonna pick up the bear, dropping low, getting Viscous Nasal glued up. It's gonna be brought down. Jesus, the survivability of Kunkka off the back of that ghost ship just being shown off right there. Ridiculous survivability, surviving through that entire fight. Sitting at an incredibly low amount of HP. Pugna, team spamming the living hell out of his tower. Please, dude, push. This is why we drafted you. Pugna, oh, sitting at very, very poor worth right now. Top tower falls to this rotation from the gyrocopter. As per expected. So the Dire team positions itself around the map so as to give up that tower. Pugna only at 2.7k gold as opposed to a 4.5k bomb this Kunkka. Kunkka 1-0 and 5 doing work in every kill for his team so far. Very nice rotations coming out from him and his team. The Dire team, though, looking like they're going to mount some aggression against Corey bot lane. Corey's so close to his BKB. Does not want to die here. Wants to get that up as soon as possible so he can be that tanky front line. Also with the Bristleback and the Kunkka. Just make him survivable enough that he can split push if he wants. He can team fight if he wants. All 5 heroes here for the Radiant from the Dire team. Hook's going to land. $20 in my pocket. Corey, though, drops the Rocket Barrage. TP's in from our Bristleback. Cooldown's going to land. Carpe Diem, though, cleans up the gyrocopter, but it's slowed up enough. Pugna Ward is dropped. Gets cleaned up by creeps, actually. And they're going to kill off the gyrocopter and escape scot-free. In the meanwhile, though, good understanding of the Dire team's map positioning, Dragon Fist and Static on this Visage. Now also level 6, take down that tower off the back of those new familiars. Making good of a bad situation bot lane by taking advantage of the mid lane. And the Bristleback is here, he's just like, oh sweet, free farm guys, great. With a little ear being drawn right here onto this ward. Dire team, clumping up, they're gonna smoke. Just kind of hanging out, having a powwow, like, hey man, how's your farm going? It looks pretty good. How are you doing? I'm doing alright too. Yeah, $20 in my pocket so far being the star of this thing. There's the smoke being popped. They're going to get aggressive again. No, they're going to ping on. They're pinging onto Roche. Do they have a medallion? I don't know if they have enough damage to take us down quickly. They don't have a medallion. Oh, play by them. Actually, dropping decently fast, actually. Is the Radiant team going to spout this out? I don't think they're any the wiser. I feel like this ward up here should figure something out that they're not farming this lane. But I guess the lanes are pushed out enough that I don't think the Radiant team should be, there we go, Dragon Fist might send something, pops invisibility rune, gets pinged out. He's gonna get caught out here. $20 in my pocket, walks in, drops the cogs on a Dragon Fist. Dragon Fist! Not expecting this, the boat's gonna miss on everyone. LNR Cool J comes in as well, looking to protest this fight, but a nice healing ward on the high ground can keep the whole team alive. Side birds come in, stun up onto all 5. Static. Some damage. LNR Cool J, though, get caught out, gets dropped. Launcher picks up the edge of the more. Gyrocopter kills with the Crystal Maiden. Chain Frost not doing that much damage. Carpe Diem's trying to TP up and gets bursted down by the Lich. Pugna kills with the Visage, but dies also to this Lich. Lich picking up a double kill. Some damage on $20 in my pocket. Cogs drop. Dissuade some more aggression, but the bird's still chasing. No, but they're not hitting for any damage. It's going to take 3 more hits for them to get a kill, maybe 4, and they're going to try to dive the tower, but oh, nice micro coming out from Static. Keeps them alive. Clockwork actually TP's out. So the Dire team taking a nice fight on the Roshan pit, trading 2 for 1, maybe a couple more. Honestly, wasn't paying attention to who died, but a bunch of people died. They end up with an Aegis, actually popping the Aegis immediately on the bear. So the Radiant team taking decent trades. I believe they should be pretty far ahead. Yeah, 7,500 gold in the lead for the Radiant team. Experience 5k gold as well. The Dire team, a good attempt to come back in this game. Nice motion by them around the map, trying to take advantage of the Dire advantage around the Roche pit. And doing so, managing to take it, but not fast enough. Needed that medallion of courage to do it briskly so they could get out scot-free. But finally picking out this Kunkka. Kunkka just living on a razor's edge this entire fight, finally being brought down by a nice Sentry Ward being dropped preemptively for that Roshan fight. And good vision coming out from both teams, keeping control of this Roshan pit, as well as this high ground area around here. I feel like it's a forsaken ward vision spot for a lot of teams, a lot of newer teams. They forget about how important it is to have vision around the mid lane. Pings come out onto our Clockwork. Clockwork's kind of hanging out, looking to try to get a nice hook. Maybe on some aggression coming out here from the raiding team, but no such luck. Gonna have a smoke here, though. I think they spotted out. I think they know what's happening. Yip Yap in static, looking to get aggressive onto this bear. Bear immediately TP's out. Nice map awareness by him. A rocket comes out. Is he gonna scout anything? Carpe Diem's gonna look to walk away. Almost that Drums has his face, but they can't kill him. He's just gonna spin and TP out. Massage familiars, do they stun through BKB? I don't think they do. They shouldn't. But either way, we have our BKB finally up on our gyrocopter. I don't know if they're going to have the damage to bring him down. I guess their bear is level 11. How much gold does he have? 1,500 gold only. Needs to get up that relic as soon as possible. The timing should be about now, but that first bear death, going for the full phase boost in the bear as well. I guess it gives him more early game damage. And meanwhile, though, Pugna showing off what Pugna is picked for. Pugna is picked for. Doing some damage onto this mid-tier 1 tower with mass TPs coming in from the Radiant team. Horn's gonna land into the Pugna, and on the bear, they're gonna get an exit on the Pugna. Gonna drop the ward. Still surviving, but nope. Tries to recover, find a nice blast from Lich, cleans up 1. Also being thrown out by Corey on his gyrocopter, trying to catch up some more retreaters, or at least just zone out the enemies, so they won't be able to come in and save their Pugna. But already backed out. They're gonna look to just farm up. Let the Pugna die. Take 1 for the team. Or it's being pinged out. Mech almost stunned the Lich, only 400 gold away. BKB being rushed, or not BKB, Ag Scepter being rushed up by Static on his Visage after he picked up Arcane Boots for his team. Important pickup though. Lich is not going to buy Arcane Boots, and his team does need some mana ramping in these long prolonged team fights, because they are very good at chasing, especially with X marks of spot, Bristleback just doing Bristleback things, and Gyrocopter's spam ability with Rocket Barrage folks gonna land, but blocked by the Familiars. Beautiful play by Static. It's gorgeous Familiar blocks, nice positioning by him, understanding that the Dire team is going to be in that jungle, and if the one way they can get caught out is from this Clockwork. And $20 in my pocket has been pretty damn stellar on this Clockwork all game. He's pretty much been carrying his team on his back this entire early and mid game. Corey, though, getting aggressive on this tower, looking it down almost in deny range. And his whole team's rotating in behind him. They know there's no Clockwork hook, so they do so incredulously. Frost Blast being used in the Juggernaut, Naso Goo, and our Cool J coming in, has his full Vanguard. Ultimate being used by the Gyrocopter. That's not everyone, but Pugna, is his ward down? Already used his ward, already destroyed. Our team's gonna back up. They took the tier 1 tower, it's all they came for. Oh! That TP was for years. Oh, Shane Frost being used on our Lone Druid. Are they gonna be able to burst him down? The Hero Catapult absorbing enough of the Rocket Barrage damage, keeping the bear alive. Doing some good map control coming out from Ahalunki. Forcing some TPs, again, saving that tier 2 tower. I feel like the raiding team could have forced it if it was not for that pressure. They do not want to give up. They don't want to be trading any towers. They actually managed to keep every tower alive against a Pugna so far. Beautiful map control coming out from Armada Gaming. Mechanism picked up on our Pugna. Sitting at 1-4, not a very good game for DN style, but doing enough. Doing what he can. Clockwork trying to rush. Words are hard. Blade Mail. Pretty good pickup for him. Gonna hook onto LNR Cool J. I don't think that's the target you want to hook. Again, he's just gonna burst you down. Static. Look at that one cool spray and a pop from the Bristleback, and he gets all charges with it. A nice ultimate coming from Carpe Diem. Static's being bursted down low. Just managed to get off another Soul Switch before he dies. He's gonna look to get aggressive. Onto nope. Ward's gonna usher them all away. But our Pugna gets caught out on the wrong side of his team. Wrong side of the Radiance team. It's X back. Gonna get gooed up. A nice call by Clockwork, almost saving him. Mini stunning all 3 with the knockback. The birds are stalking him. One stun's gonna land. Second stun's gonna miss. Zoning ultimate comes out from Corey, but $20 in my pocket. Can TP out. He has cogs in 1 second. Optimum TP, goes for it. Oh, but a cleave from Dragon Fist and the Visage Bird's gonna clean him up. Corey's kind of hanging out in the Thunderdome. But a nice fight. Good defense coming out from the Radiant team, still keeping their tier 1 tower alive. And yeah, the bear finally comes in, cleans the tower. Actually, he's man fighting down a bristleback. That's unexpected, but here comes Visage. Drops the Grave Chill on the bear. Looking to do some damage to it. Relic now up. Oh, he's getting very close to that Radiance. A little bit late, but still better late than never on that. Needs that damage output. Chasing down Landrew. Landrew, though, neck popped. Oh, oh my god, the Pugna War doing some serious damage, but nice defensive stunts coming out from the Familiar, saving his Lich's life. So I believe 2 towers. Yeah, Lone Druid cleaned up 2 towers in that fight, killing this mid-tier 1 and rotating top and killing off that tier 1 top. His team buying him space to take these towers, and then suddenly the tower count is getting close to even. Only 1 tier 1 tower separates the Radiant team from the Dire team. Look at the gold charts. It's tilting down now. Only about a 7,000 gold advantage for the Radiant team. And XP graph is plateauing a little bit. So good damage control coming out from the Dire team. Very, very nice plays by them. Roshan respawning sometime in the next, what is it, minute and a half to 3 minutes? See right now. Oh, this graphic's so cool. Wow, 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 wow. Come on. Tell me. Oh, it's gonna be a quick recharge of this Roshan. Maybe it's a minute and 20 seconds. I feel like if the Dire team can ninja this again, that should be the Radiance of the bear. He's actually gonna have it before this fight. Buys it right now. It's a big pickup for him. Again, with this mechanism up, if they can get the Blade Mail from the clock rate, it allows them to initiate with a little bit more impunity onto targets. Yep, Lich has his mech, another 1,000 gold in the bank. Corey has his Helm of the Dominator, gonna look to stack up these creeps. Already has 1 sack up. What's that Visage have? Visage, again, still rushing that Ag Scepter. Needs about 2,200 gold, so another 1,300 left for him. Just try to farm that up. Seems that the Radiant team just wants to sit back, farm up their advantage, control the map, control their Ancients and their own jungle, farming all 3 lanes as well. Just continue to expound upon their own lead, understand they're in a good position, and I think their late game is probably better. Yeah, it's better. Tricor against a little bit of a weaker Tricor. Pugna late game with an Ag Scepter is pretty strong, but he got shut down so early. He's going to be a non-factor for most of this game. And Juggernaut is not the hardest carry in the world, especially against the Gyrocopter, who's probably one of the best late game heroes in the game right now. Have some big aggression, 5-manning bot coming out from the Dire team. He can be being popped by Corey, but takes the entire Omni slash bear comes in. Radiance being shot off for the first time. Corey taking some serious damage. Rooted! Is he gonna be brought down? He is managed to be brought down a boat. Gonna land onto a couple. Kaka comes in, cleans up the Pugna. Carpe Diem, though, zoning both supports out. Bristleback, meanwhile, is chasing the Clockwork, keeping out of the fight. No hook initiation from him. Because the Visage starts to go to work onto the Dragon Fist. Has him the bear summon. Needs to get that up. They actually managed to clean up Visage. Or, Dragon Fist Kunkka. And triple kill up already on the Lone Druid. They can look to muscle down this tower. Big fight 1 for the Dire team, getting that initiation they needed and cleaning up the tier 1 tower. By brute force, no more split pushing for them. They got their core items. They're looking to get aggressive. Gonna continue to push down the spot lane, looking to take this tier 2, and I don't think the Radiant team can actually defend this. Bristleback has his full pipe, but it's not enough. Needs to maybe focus down the Syllabear a little bit more. Carpe Diem showing the swag. The swag taunt. Feeling pretty proud of his team. Making some very, very nice plays this game. Great map control coming out from them. $20 in my pocket, not managing to get that hook shot off in that fight, but just the fear he's inducing in the Radiant team was enough to force the Bristleback to fully commit to zoning him out of the fight, and that allowed the Syllabear to just destroy that fight with his newly found Radiance. Already another 2.8k gold in the bank, towering at the top of the net worth chart after that fight. Crystal Maiden actually getting last hits on both towers. Awesome. Syllabear should look to go for that BKB, or that, that Assault Curse after this. Who's getting caught up? No, a nice spin TP coming out from Carpe Diem. Nothing that breaks that coming out from the Dire Radiant team. Another 1,000 gold for Visage to get the triple birds. So I imagine the AC is going to be coming out next on the Syllabear, as armor is incredibly good against this Radiant team. Pretty much all the damage output. Actually, that's a lie, not all of it, but a very, very predominant chunk of it is physical damage, with the Comfort Cleave being physical, the birds right-click being physical. Gyrocopter mostly being physical except for Rocket Barrage and Call Down. Actually, Gyrocopter is a very good mixture of physical and magical, as we all know. And Bristleback being entirely physical. So maybe get a Vlad's as well up on one of these supports. So I'm getting a little more farmed. Yep, gonna be going for that Assault Cuirass. Yeah, I feel like stacking armor and then just deathballing now with this Radiance, this Dire team could actually take all of these tier 2s and then the next Roche. They are in the advantage. They managed to get this Radiance up in a decent time and a decent time. It was a little slow, but on this Assault Cuirass timing, it'll be pretty brisk. And I feel like off of that, they can push pretty aggressively. If a Yasha and Drumstick by the Juggernaut, just looking to be fast, have the extra attacks during his Omni Knight, and just be tanky. He's really picked for the healing ward, so
each blow sharpens my blade.
Really spamming off that taunt. We get it. You're having a great time. Proud of you, man. Where's our Pugna building? Pugna going for... Don't go for a Dagon. You don't want that in this game. Please be going for an Ag Scepter. It's so good. So good. So Carpe Diem porting top, pushing up this lane. Maybe they're going to look to take this Roshan, but again, Static already scouting out those familiars. Very good positioning for him. Understanding the Roche is up, and that their team is at a map control disadvantage right now, so they need to keep an eye on that Roche fight. Again, they're pretty good. I'm saying it again, not an again. The Radiant team is pretty good in Roche fights, and by pretty good, I mean friggin' dominant. They have the Lich Chain Frost, they have the Gyrocopter Call Down, Rocket Barrage, and Flat Cannon. They have the Kunker Boat and Torrent. They're terrifying. The only issue is they're fighting into a Clockwork Cogs. Luckily, a lot of their nuking power is long range. They shouldn't have that much issue dealing a lot of damage. They're gonna look to take it themselves. Arkunka looking pretty fearsome. Almost has the full Daedalus completed. Has the Shadow Blade. Has a Battle DD rune. This could actually be something they're definitely gonna look to capitalize upon this. And I don't think the Dire team can fight into this. They recognize that they're gonna split push immediately with the Spear Pair. Already sending him top lane. Already almost to the tier 2 tower. The Nether Ward being equipmified up and spotted out. The tower's already going to jump in the Gyrocopter. Hook in. Oh, again. Beautiful familiar positioning from Static. They're going to look to reinitiate. No, everyone TP's out. Static. Look to drop some 2 stuns from the birds to dissuade further aggression coming out from the Dire team. And they're going to look to try to take down Static. Static. Sender blasted up. Drops the Grave Chill. Omni Slash comes in. Yep comes in to split the damage. They're gonna survive! Call Down being used by Corey to dissuade some further aggression. Dragon Fist comes in, drops the bow, it's not gonna land on anyone, still invisible. But meanwhile, X back. Does he have mana? No mana for Torrent. There's the Blade Mail, gets stunned by 1, gets stunned by 2. I think he's gonna get caught, and he manages to get bursted down. But in the meanwhile, the Bear is already taking Roshan down all the way, and they ninja a beautiful Roshan, making the Radiant team chase them around the map, and Dragon Fist is out of mana. Chain Frost being dropped, but they're already out of the pit. This fight is too slow. The Bear comes in, bursts down the Lich. Dragon Fist, Corey fighting head-to-head on the Bear. He gets bursted down, but has the Aegis, and in comes our Juggernaut. But no ultimate. He's going to get bursted down as well, and no ultimate form for the Lone Druid. He dies as well. This turns out to be a terrible fight for the Dire team. Ninjing the Roche is good, but trying to fight afterwards without their ultimate seems to be terrible. What was a very, very good play by them kiting the Radiant team around. Kiting Armada Gaming turned out to be a mistake coming out for them. Woo! Epic game, guys. Gives me time to look at some charts. So we can see that something is happening. It's actually pretty much even in gold now. Beautiful damage control coming out from the Dire team. XP is still a little bit in favor. Actually, 5k gold in favor. It's pretty decent still. For the Radiant team, for Armada Gaming, against Tryhard Dota. This is a best of 1 elimination. 3rd round, I think, in this group. If anyone's just joining me, this is the Sunday Evening Cup being brought to us by the North American Dota group. I think this is a 60-team tournament going on right now today. Right now, like I said, we're in the 3rd group, single elimination. Dudes, I got a time limit. Go ASAP. So far sitting 17 to 15, a 2-kill advantage for Armada Gaming against Tryhard Dota. But I think Tryhard Dota is actually hitting their pushing peak. If they manage to take that Roche and get away unscathed, I don't think the raiding team would be able to stop this push if it's done right. Just a double bear and the healing ward coming out from the Juggernaut is pretty powerful. And I think this tier 2 tower would die immediately, and map control soon would disintegrate for the raiding team. Lucky for them, though, they've been doing it. They did a good job in early pressure, taking a lot of towers. So the inevitable bear push that was coming up with Pugna and Juggernaut, the towers that would be taken then, the raiding team had already taken the equivalent towers. So breaking even against a bear push is not that bad, as bear does tend to fall off the later the game goes when you can start focusing down the bear with pure right-click damage. So we have a Bristleback in the game, so already they have the minus armor to kill the bear. They have a Gyrocopter who's going some pretty awesome late game items, has a BKB, has a Humble Dominator to transition into Satanic, and is going for the MKB after that. And a Kunkka who already has his full Daedalus and can go back for a BKB now if he wants to. The physical damage coming out from the raiding team is pretty goddamn impressive, and we have the triple birds up on our Visage. Not yet resummoning. You know you want to. You know you want the Mega Birds. I know it hurts to hit this button. You never want to hit this button. I'm just gonna use them to scout up, maybe harass a little bit, do some damage, bait out some aggression against them, make the Dire team waste some time, just be a general nuisance, and then resummon. Just using them to scout. Intelligent play by Static on his Visage, understanding he's gonna resummon, so why not use his familiars? Put them in a little bit of a dangerous position, so when he hits that button, that R button, at least the previous familiars were used for good use. Still being very good about not feeding these birds. He's been on point about that. Yep. Going for a Force Staff will be very good against these entangles coming out from Lone Druid. Is there a gem up on anybody in this game? No gem yet purchased. I feel like controlling map control will be... honestly, very important for either team. At this point, I don't think either team wants to give up the tier 2 towers they have left remaining, because then one lost fight could actually spell the doom of 2 Rexes, especially against this bear. Actually, they're just pinging down the tier 3. Our team is going to look to... Yeah, I think this is the right play. Map position is in favor of them. Popping the Manta on Carpe Diem. The Dire raiding team cannot push this tower. They actually need to port back right now. The bear is already on the tower. They pop the glyph. TPs are coming back. Is there going to be any cancels? Oh, he gets the hook off on the 1. He drops the cog on 2. This is a terrible thing. This is awful for the Radiant team. TP sub on the Kunkka. The bear manages to get ushered away by the Gyrocopter. I don't know why they're not trying to fight this. $20 in his pocket, loses his own life to stop 2 TPs. Re-engaged by the bear. Gets an entangle onto Corey, but gets bursted down. Dragon Fist, meanwhile, kills off both supports, or the Crystal Maiden as well. Carpe Diem kills off the Lich. BKB is now down on the Gyrocopter. Resummon up in 4 seconds. Vlad's up as well on the Lone Druid. Resummon now. TP's back. We only have a TP on the Kunkka, but he's so low they're going to look to go high ground once more. I think this tower is in serious danger. Corey doing as much damage as he can. Spin being used by Carpe Diem. Carpe Diem, though, is he going to clean it up? The tier 3 tower dies. In the meanwhile, they're working on the racks. And Corey drops. Does he have buyback? He does not. The racks. The Dragon Fist comes in, cleans up the Pugna. The bear, though, just kill the racks. He cleans up the melee racks. Beautiful positional play coming out from $20 in my pocket. Canceling 2 TPs. Sacrificing his own life. And Dragon Fist is going to die to the bear as well. This is a disaster for the Radiant team. Another TP in from our Visage, desperately trying to stop this push, but they lose a Rax. They managed to take out this tier 2 tower, but the cost is probably too steep. Giving up the Rax, oh, that hurts. Now the Assault Cuirass is going to be finished up by our Lone Druid player. The double armor aura coming out. Going for the more cost-effective one, and it paid off in that fight. Or going for the more cost-effective one first, paying off in that fight, allowing him to go back for this Assault Cuirass. Now still towering another 4K ahead of the next highest in net worth, Arcilla Bear, topping the charts, taking a full set of racks, $20 in my pocket, doing some serious work for his team on this Clockwork. Space needed to be typed right here in all chat, because damn, this guy is owning this game. Carpe Diem going for a butterfly. Pretty strong. Pretty strong against all this right-click damage coming out from the Radiant team, but again, there's cleave coming out from the Kunkka. And Butterfly Evasion is not going to help against that, so maybe Raw HP would be the better choice in this instance. But pairing up a Butterfly with a Manta Style does allow for some pretty good pushing with his illusions. So we'll see if it pays off. I guess he's looking just to go head-to-head against the Gyrocopter, but Gyrocopter already has an MKB. I was thinking in the back of my mind, like, there's some other reason this is a bad choice. Yeah, there's no reason to there's no reason to get a Butterfly in this game. Maybe honestly just go for like an Abyssal Blade and try to man fight, burn down these burn down the second Stern Gyrocopter's BKB where he's effectively doing damage and burst him down out of it. Maybe go for more attack suits so he gets more damage out of his Omni Slash. Maybe go for the full Aggie so he gets more bounces itself during the ultimate itself. Not gonna land on Carpe Diem, but no further initiation. BKB being attempted by our Kunkka is gonna be finished in about 2 creep waves. Our Bristleback sitting at 2-2 and 13, not really showing that good of effect in this game. Not really proving to be that effective in this game, that is. And yeah, the bear gets caught out, trying to split push, trying to be cheeky, and gets bursted down by the Bristleback. Bristleback, pretty good against the Spirit Blade in the meanwhile. Lone Drew is getting caught up by Core, but no, Core's gonna have to back off as the new bear was summoned. But they did force a bear resummon. So the Dire team's gonna have to play a little more careful for the next 2 minutes. So if they lose another bear, this is pretty much all the damage of this team right now. Necro Book being picked up for our Pugna. That's what he's going for. Of course he's going for Necro Book. Now some minus armor picked up on our Visage. Very good thing. Medallion of Courage not only lets them take Roach if they want to, but allows them to focus down the bear even faster. Although this bear, I think, has an Assault Cuirass. So, yeah, he has no Assault Cuirass. So any minus armor is still linearly powerful. As with any plus armor. Counter Assault Cuirass picked up on our Bristleback. This hero, I don't think he can die in fights. The only issue, though, is that I don't know if his damage is currently relevant. It hasn't been proven to be... It's not proving to be incredibly useful in these past fights, as the Scylla Bear is just a dominating force. But as we can see, it stops the split pushing. If you can get one Nasal Goo and one Quill Spray off, the bear can be pulled back, and it's pretty much dead. Chasing power from Bristleback is unrivaled in this game. As long as he has mana, nobody gets away from Bristleback. And that's why that hero used to be a top pick and used to be considered overpowered for so long in the Dota 1 scene. So quick, grander item checks for everyone to see. We get the Vlads, as we saw, picked up on the Lone Druid. 4-step finished on the Crystal Maiden. Butterfly now picked up on the Juggernaut. 4-step also on the Clockwork, looking to isolate some major target, like maybe even the Gyrocopter during his BKB. And as we saw, Necro Book 2 picked up by the Pugna. Very, very close to that Necro 3. Only about 600, 700 gold off. BKB finished up by our Kunkka. Pairing up his BKBs with that of the Gyrocopter. Then yeah, 4-step on our Lich. Late game items have fully come into fruition. Late game is now fully upon us in this game. The Dire team goes into the Roche pit, and I don't think the Radiant team is near enough to contest this. They're trying to rotate, but they're too far away. And our Cool J just runs in, trying to face tank, trying to stall as much as he can for his team. They actually managed to do so. DD up on Carpe Diem, though. I don't think they want to fight this. The boat is gonna land. Does not manage to clean the last hit. Aegis actually picked up the Juggernaut. Here we go. Fight comes out. Chainfrost doing some serious damage. And Tangle up on a set. If he manages to get away, first bear is cleaned up. A double Cogs are actually doing more damage than it helps. BKB being popped by both the Kunkka and the Gyrocopter. Gyrocopter, the Decrepify up, taking serious damage from that Crystal Maiden ult. Yep. Cleaned up on the Crystal Maiden. One last Crystal Nova. Gets blown up, though, by herself. The Visage taking up a double kill. Carpe Diem drops the ward, stops doing some serious damage. Man fighting static. Another Cogs catches 2. The bear still alive. Burning down. Dragon Fist, he's gonna drop as well. Corey already had to back off. Top tower is pushing, and yep, Dragon Fist out of mana. It's gonna get chased. And a one last crit. Coming out from a Juggernaut, cleaning up 4 for 3 in that fight. Taking the Roche, but keeping the Aegis on their Juggernaut. Finally, the Dire team managing to get the Aegis and sustain it for the next fight. Big fight for them. The gold graph, experience graph, still staying pretty even. But still, I feel like this is the time. This is the Dire team's time to push. As you can see right now, this bear, I don't know if the Radiant team has been able to counter it hard enough, especially with the healing ward down. Ultimate being thrown down by Corey, destroys the creep wave. They have a bear here to tank the tower, and they have 1 creep alive, back to protection. Now it's going to be triggered. Actually, no, creeps are in the bit now. Creeps are in the bits. To get aggressive, the rocket's going to land onto our lone druid player. On our pool J, getting aggressive. They're going to look to focus on the bears. There are resummon. There's not for another 27 seconds. And chasing the bear. Ignoring the Juggernaut. Juggernaut with that Aegis is getting completely ignored this fight properly. Gonna look to TP out. Is there gonna be a stun? There is no stun on any of these supports, and he's gonna escape. So no hard stun lineup coming out from the Radiant team, really showing its weaknesses here. Kunkka was down, the only long-range stunner coming out from this team. Besides the Visage Birds. The Visage Birds, I don't think we're in position to do so, or already did stun. Juggernaut swooping through the enemy jungle, doing as much economic damage as he can on the way out. Necro 3 finish up on our Pugna. So still down a lane of racks. The Radiant team making a valiant defense, keeping those lanes pushed out pretty well. Corey going back for that butterfly. This might be a Divine Rapier game for them, but I don't know. As late game slowly starts to approach more firmly, as ultra late game starts to approach, this Gyrocopter is going to become a terrifying force in these team fights, and the bear will start to fall off. As we can see in that last fight, they managed to focus down very easily with this Bristleback pick. So the heyday of the bear might be coming to a close. I think the Dire team needs to force at least... Well, they need to force 1 more lane of racks to be comfortably in the lead, because you can't rest on your laurels against a Gyrocopter. And the potential burst damage that can come out from a Kunkka should also always be feared. This double cleave coming out from the Radiant team is pretty terrifying in all parts of the game. All stages of the game, that is. Both gonna miss. Looking to actually latch onto the Bristleback, trying to remove him from the fight and keep him away from the bear. X-Torn gonna land on $20 in my pocket. The boat over top, force that away, but not up the hill. Juggernaut comes in. BKB and piping top of the Radiant team. In comes Carpe Diem doing some serious damage. Pops the Manta, but not enough. Gonna have to spin away. Bear, where is his bear? It got focused down this fight. No cooldown. Crystal Maiden gonna sacrifice herself for the cause. Drops a good ult, but not enough. The Radiant team managing to shoo off the Dire team, keeping their base alive, continuing to get their farm of 4.2k gold up on our Gyrocopter. Saving for buyback, but still close to that butterfly. I think he can almost pick it up and still have buyback. Yeah, I think he should be able to. Pretty close. Yeah, he has the reliable gold. Yeah, he can buy his butterfly right now. Sick, dude. Pugna sitting at 1 and 8 and 11, not really showing his effectiveness as a hero, but still, in conjunction with the Syllabear and the Juggernaut, doing some decent pushing. I don't know if this pick was worthwhile, but either way, if they win, it doesn't really matter, does it? Carpe Diem still doing some more economic damage, sitting at 4.7k gold. Look to see what he's going to go into next. I still think that Abyssal Blade will be the best choice, as then it will allow him to man fight one of these carries, forcing them to stop focusing on the bear. And I think that's what he wants to do, is just draw as much attention away from the Syllabear and onto himself as possible, because right now in these team fights, he's just getting ignored. Smoke being picked up by Crystal Maiden. Smoke already used by the Radiant team. They're going to look to surge into the enemy jungle. Dragon Fist leading the way with that X combo. Shadow Blading up, picks up the double damage rune, not spotted out by the Dire team. Mantis style being used by our Juggernaut. That's not the target you want to go on. Walk right into him, drops the Omni Slash, gonna bounce pretty well. Mech being popped. Yep. So far surviving, gets cleaned up at once. So I click, but a nice Kunkabo comes in, lands onto 3. She's trapped in with a Clockwork. Manages to clean up in many ways. In the meanwhile, on the back line, Corey getting focused on by our Syllabear player, and is he gonna drop? Oh, barely! Drops, but he trades his life for that of the Lone Druid. Meanwhile, Darius Courier drops as well. Pugnado cleans up the Kunkka. So far, 3 for 3. Buyback was used before. The Lone Druid dead for 120 seconds. Too late for the Radiant team to push. They have to go back, defend this top tower. It's pushing in. All the excess side buildings already dead. All the sad Ziggurats cleaned up by these super creeps. So, decent fight.
The tower is under attack.
Decent fight for the Radiant team, I'll see. As long as they're staving off pushes, I think it's in their advantage. As long as they're not all dying. As long as they're increasing in gold still and stopping pushes. So, Clockwork is getting, or Gyrocopter is getting scary. He got isolated by the bear. They man fought. And Gyrocopter, with just one soul assumption coming out from Visage, almost killed both the Syllabear and the actual Spear Bear. So Gyrocopter is getting terrifying. Once he gets his Satanic, I do not think the Dire team can bring him down. So the Dire team needs to continue to be aggressive. They need to end this game immediately. They cannot sit back and farm, because farming against the Gyrocopter at this point will spell their doom. Gyrocopter has managed to take the lead in the net worth again. Juggernaut actually sitting in second, surprisingly. Still had 5k gold. He really needs to buy some items. And that last fight would have gone much differently if he had maybe a Basher. What else can he even pick up? Let's look together. You go for an MKB, since there is a butterfly. Maybe an MKB. Yeah, he's going to pick up the MKB. That makes a lot more sense. Because, yeah, the bear doesn't have one, I don't think. Yeah, they need an MKB up on someone. No shit. What am I saying? There's no hexes up. Get an MKB.
Boom! There it goes.
I feel like that's what the Dire team is missing. They need a hex. They need one strong, continuous disable that doesn't get canceled by BKB. Because right now, they have Crystal Maiden, Frostbite, and Entangle. Both of these teams are incredibly stun light. So a hex on either of these teams, I think, would just spell doom for the other team. And have a Heaven's Howler picked up by Visage. It's pretty good against the bear, but again, I guess on the Radiant team they need things like that more than they need hexes, because Juggernaut's probably going to get off Omni Slash. That's not that big of a deal. Everyone's tanky enough that it doesn't do that much damage. Crystal Maiden's not that big of an issue. Clockwork will be annoying, but I don't think he'll necessarily kill anyone at this point. Although his zoning is very, very potent. Oh, the Spirit Bear gets caught out, gets rocketed up, and he's going to get beaten down by the Tricore. All hanging out, bro fisting it up. Clean up the Spirit Bear. Does he have a resummon? No resummon for 60 seconds. I think the Radiant team should die. Go poke out the lane a little bit. Look to see what happens. Test out to see where the bear is.
Regeneration.
That courier die. What did that courier have? Oh, just a smoke. Visage just kind of hanging out, pushing out the wave. Has his birds already scouting out when Roshan will be back. Dragon Fist saving for buyback. Yeah, he sells buyback. Sitting at 4.3k gold. Our Juggernaut not actually saving for buyback right now. Living life on the edge, like a champion. Actually spending all of his unreliable gold. That's pretty good. Only 200 gold short, but he'll need about, what, 700 gold? Reliably have that. But he has his full MKB. Wants that for the next fight. Knowing this next Roche fight will probably be do or die for a team. They probably need Roche and Cheese, as this next one will be Cheese, and then Suicide down mid lane and take a Rax. If they can take one more Rax and not lose their base in the counterflux, they'll probably win this game. But if they don't take a Rax out of this Roshan fight, I don't think they can win this game. Bar some terrible positional errors coming out from the Radiant team. But either way, beautiful game coming out from both teams. Try Hard Dota against Armada Gaming. This is a best of one. Third round coming out from the Sunday. What is this called? Sunday Evening Cup. Hosted by the NA Dota group. I'm not really sure if we have any other sponsors besides that. I actually haven't been told. But either way, my name is RmZD. If you've been enjoying my cast, I hope you have, and hopefully we'll continue to enjoy this cast. This game, reaching its twilight stages, still totally up in the air. 50 minutes, or 47 minutes and 50 seconds. 28 to 25, we're gonna have a big rush fight. Probably the deciding rush fight right now. And it's dropped immediately and picked up by our Kunkka. The Dire team not initiating quickly enough. Gyrocopter kills off Big Clockwork immediately. Juggernaut already using his ulti, not cleaning up everyone. They have to back off. The Bear needed a second cooldown. Not quick enough on the Roshan engagement. Not scouting it out enough. The Radiant team just burglarizes the Dire team, snatching that Roshan. And the cheese up on the Gyrocopter. I don't know if they can win this game anymore. Radiant team looking to 4 men up into this high ground, sending back their Lich to counter push the top lane. And some good damage. Actually, just walking to the high ground, zoning up and Spugna killing down the ward. Focusing on the tier 3 tower. Oh, Juggernaut ult for another 60 seconds. Lift being used by the Radiant, or by the Dire team. Dropping the life drain. Doing some actually pretty good damage to Corey. Has the cheese though. And look to use the Bear. Just getting kind of ignored actually, but gets brought down. Does he have a resummon? He has the resummon. BKB being used, or Aegis being used. Cheese popped by Corey. Blade Mail being popped by $20 in my pocket. Corey dropping low though. Pops the BKB. Boat comes in, keeping everyone tanky. Doesn't land on anyone. The Bear. Is it brought down to the Bear? Still doing some serious damage. Gyrocopter cleans the clock with the meanwhile. Druid kills him with the Visage, but as the Visage actually kills off the lone Druid with the birds. And Crystal Maiden dies as well. Corey's still alive on his Gyrocopter. They're gonna look to siege down the tier 3 towers. Logan is back. Crystal Maiden is back. Grip up to go. Dragon Fist drops. Corey overextending. Is he gonna get caught out? Grip up 5 life drain. He gets brought down. Overextending. Radiant team, they could have just taken the racks and backed off. And they really should have. Just the melee racks and walked away after the Aegis and the cheese were used.
Twice shy.
Mass buybacks coming out from them though, sensing that they're way in the lead. 6k gold up on our Gyrocopter. Looking pretty unstoppable right now. Should look to pick up his Satanic right now before this fight starts. Bring himself a TP Skrill as well. They're looking to barrel down mid lane and end this game. The Bear still dead for 40 seconds. We'll only have one summon, and I think that is the key. The key fact the Radiant team has noticed and will use in this attempt to win the game right now. Actually, just being himself TP Skrills, not being himself that Satanic. You kind of want that for this fight. Talberg, though, picked up for a Pugna, looking to stop this Gyrocopter with a 4-second BKB charge now from right-clicking. UOT's in from Eleanor. Cool Giannis Bristleback has a basher of his own. Radiant team looking incredibly tanky right now, looking to end the game. Are they gonna go for another Rax? Are they gonna go straight for the jugular? And the high ground, they burned on this creep wave. Backdoor protection is broken. Pipe is used. They go straight for the tier 4 towers. They're going for the jugular. Necro units being popped. Corey, beautiful popping of the BKB. Killing out the Necro keeps. They take out 1 tier 4. They force engagement into them. RmZD comes in. First on Corey. Corey, no BKB. Pops the gets decrypified up. Takes serious damage. No Satanic for this fight. This might be a mistake. They burst on the Bear though. No secondary Bear. Sitting at 100 HP. Gets brought down by Clockwork Rocket. Visage, and meanwhile gets brought down by the Juggernaut Pugna, cleaning up the Lich. Lennar Cool J. He bursts it down and gets brought down! That's actually a 4 for 0 in favor of the Dire team. They're going to look to just run down mid lane right now. Kunkka, does he have buyback? I think he used that in the last fight. He did. No buybacks on anyone. Everyone having bought back in the previous fight. Except for our Bear, actually, 1,000 gold off. 64 seconds up for that summon, that Spirit Bear summon. Juggernaut already there. Oh, I couldn't see it over the teal from Dragon Fist. So the tier 3 tower is going for the racks. He's gonna take us out by himself. Boat comes in looking to stall, lands on Carpe Diem. No crit from Dragon Fist, no crit. Hits a big crit, but not enough damage. The invasion being good enough, gonna spin away. Defending the rack so far. $20 in my pocket comes in, drops the cogs. Looks to click it down himself, looking to finish this on his own. Bear, someone in 38 seconds. Pops the battle cry. Does this with his own hero. Doesn't need a Spirit Bear. Takes on a second Rax. This is gonna be enough. Pinging at the tier 4 towers. They're doing some serious damage right now. GG being called by LNR Cool J. Tryhard Dota is gonna take this game. Chicken Fist, does he cancel it off? BKB comes in, wants to fight one last time. Visage is back. Yip is back. Look to fight this out. RPDM spins, drops the bow. It's gonna land a couple of the bear. No bear resummon yet for another 7 seconds. But the ancient is gonna be brought down. GHD has done it. A beautiful turnaround. I thought they had missed their timing, but the Radiant team overextending, popping a bunch of BKB or popping a bunch of buybacks, not picking up the Satanic on their gyrocopter. If he picked it up, they would have won that fight. He would have survived. That 100 HP would have been enough for him to live. The Dire team cleans it up. Their push strat is successful. Their incredibly greedy laning with the jungle Lone Druid actually pays off. Well played. All right. Well, if you like my cast, my name is RmZD. Feel free to subscribe to me at youtube.com/user/DotaRmZD. This will be up there along with all of the other casts I did today and all of the other random casts I do. This will also be up on my Twitch page, which is twitch.tv/RmZD. Either way, I hope to catch you guys in my next cast. I hope to see you guys around. See you guys later.